Monday will mark 2 years since the massive Eagle Creek fire started in the gorge. It burned for months, as you may recall, charring almost 50,000 acres. Hikers had to be rescued, homes and businesses were evacuated. Parts of I-84 were closed for weeks, and the cost of fighting it topped $20 million. Even now, 2 years later, there are still parts of the gorge that are closed because of the fire. Fox 12's Kelsey Watts got a tour of one of those areas today. And Kelsey, you must have gotten a good look at the impacts that can still be seen.
Yeah, Liz, we certainly did. Let me tell you, it was not easy getting up this trailhead with all of the hazards that are still here. This is the Oneanta Trail. It's been closed ever since the Eagle Creek fire burned through here. But the Forest Service took us inside the closure area today to get a firsthand look. And you're about to see just how dangerous it still is. Starting up the Oneanta Trail, it is slow going, and you can immediately see why.
This is what just like sliced off.
It's covered in loose falling rocks and forest growth that's been building up for a long time. The trail's been closed for 2 years, ever since the Eagle Creek fire burned right through it.
It's definitely coming down faster than it normally would.
Rachel Paulitz with the U.S. Forest Service hasn't hiked this trail in a year. She says it's much greener than it was 1 year ago, but there's also much more fallen debris, in some places blocking the trail entirely.
An experienced eye can kind of follow where the trail was, but in terms of it looking like a trail, it doesn't. It looks like a bunch of rocks.
A trail crew can't just knock them down the hillside because the old highway runs right below. Anyone driving by could be hit.
Why would we put the roadway at risk for this section when we know sections further up won't be ready for hikers anyway? Let's see what else we can find.
Rocks aren't the only problem. There are fallen trees blocking the trail too.
Just kind of collapsed.
We counted at least 4 in less than a quarter mile.
This is a little sketch in here.
Some trees have already been cut down, like this one marked in red tape. It was flagged as a hazard and had to go. The trail is one example of the challenges crews still face all over the gorge. Right after the fire, 152 miles of trail were closed. 2/3 have been reopened, but finishing the job could still take years.
We already saw some unstable terrain. There's some terrain further up that's even more unstable.
Even with all the work ahead, there is beauty here. Signs of new growth and fresh life in a place Oregon is known for. And back at Live here tonight, there are still 45 miles of trail that remain closed in the gorge, and about 1/3 of that is along the Eagle Creek Trail. Live in the gorge tonight, Kelsey Watts, Fox 12 Oregon.